Black leather gloves. Reminds me of my street gang days. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
No. Reminds you of your what?
Gonna press it all again. Hey, he said one at a time, so I'm like, okay, I guess we're gonna hit every one of them.
Hey,
I'm sorry, why did you run through that? I said hold it.
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic.
You heard it here. He can't count them. That means it's airtight.
Hello, everybody. KBTV on the Sun. Welcome back to Case 4 of Justice for All. We're dealing with this guy. Once again. Phoenix is... Phoenix is...
I swear. Yeah, no, go ahead. No, it's fine. My inner monologue can wait.
I'm just saying his scream is exactly how we all feel right now.
Ah,
Yeah.
I swear the demon will pay.
Well, at least he stopped laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel like laughing the entire time. Like, I have to... I'm still an actor. I need to make sure that my throat's okay.
Okay, well, Mr. Nick.
Pearls? Where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
Probably Maya.
Really strong power?
Ba 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 ba.
Well, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe.
How's it going? How have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Ew, that's good, pal.
What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are?
We still don't have any leads, but...
What? We don't have any more time!
If we just had one, you're gonna see a coup, that would be really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But if I just run out of luck this time, is all our hope for naught?
A tent?
A tent?
A tent.
Huh?
A tent?
A tent?
I could see a circus tent.
Oh!
Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
Besides very big?
There's only one, pal, the Bear Big Circus.
Okay.
Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on the map, about 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry.
And? I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside.
Maybe lead with that.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox.
Okay, what else?
What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so?
I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
I'll call you there, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Gotta keep that thing charged.
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix?
No.
It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued.
Do you think we're alright, Mia?
I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer.
God, this is pain. March 23rd, 12:05 p.m. District Court number 3.
Court will now reconvene.
Dig Killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have.
You have seen it before?
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? All right.
Why does she...
I mean,
Well, let's find out.
she was also in the room where the bear was, apparently, so, like...
There were a lot of bears in there.
The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. No, I didn't! What? Wait, what?
Well, Luke, it looks like we found ourselves at a puzzle. Shall we solve this one?
Let's do it, Professor!
Not right now. You don't tamper with the evidence. So, this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Is that why it's covered in cut marks?
Those might not actually be cut marks. That might be like the slots of the different pieces.
No,
Oh.
like the court record mentions that it's covered in a bunch of cut marks.
That's what the court record says, but now that we know that it's a puzzle, the cut marks themselves...
Many thin cuts, so maybe it's not actually cuts and maybe just segments.
Okay.
Maybe they're referring to segments.
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I wanted to solve the puzzle of the bear myself.
Looks like there really was something to that bear after all.
Okay, so we do have to press everything in this. Easy
Here
mode.
we go again!
Mhm.
A puzzle?
That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle.
Oh, I know a puzzle when I see one.
No, you didn't. You didn't know until it got brought up.
We really do.
You were sitting there clueless, just like the rest of us.
We really do need to play Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright at some
Yeah,
point.
we
don't
do. Holy crap.
We'll do that at some point.
The back and forth will be spectacular.
And I get to play both sidekicks. Yay! Anyway.
It's gonna be the KV and Lewis argue show.
Yes.
So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart? And how would you go about doing that?
Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Ooh. This is most interesting.
Oh my god. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh my
Mr.
god.
Wright, should he be tampering with the evidence like that?
No, he shouldn't, but just let him cook.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it.
He's not even paying attention.
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
I wonder if the judge is still playing with it.
Yes.
How do you know about this?
I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
This is a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony. You know what? What if the will's in there? Or not the will. Yes, the will. The suicide note.
The suicide note.
The suicide note.
What if the will's in there?
Not that
I
Will's.
don't think I can fit it.
We're not referring to a person wills, okay?
We could be. You don't know.
Will's will, and it's a court record.
Oh my god. This game would do that. So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country.
But this just looks like it could be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get away with what's inside. You know, you get at the you know what I mean. I'm busy playing with it.
Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken.
It's a metaphor.
It sure is.
Who else know that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box?
Mr. Wright, I think she just said it.
I believe I
Who
already
else?
told you. I
Who
never
else, Judge?
I never
Look,
told
I'm
anyone.
playing with it.
And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. On Guard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm gonna get from her for now. Figurine. A wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Karita and Andrews know how to open it.
Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What is inside this box?
What's inside?
The box?
Box. What's in the box?
Oh my
What's
god.
in the box?
Are you both finished?
No. Actually, yes.
I was.
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please.
What if Petra just grabbed it and smashed it into the ground?
Oh my god.
He can carry an entire bear!
Yeah, he can.
All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart.
I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note of some kind.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
Suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Carita's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Rubble, 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 rubble.
Honor! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear.
Oh no, we've established motive.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Andrews, no.
I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud.
Wait, why me? Oh, okay, very well.
It's your court.
Yeah.
I guess, but I don't want to read a suicide note. That's sad.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impacts left to us a record of all that had happened to her.
Oh, I guess I'm not actually gonna read it.
About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Kurita and On Guard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all.
And that's all Miss Impacts had to say.
Rubble, 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 rubble. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word.
Matt On Guard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
It's the last suicide note. I can't believe I said those words out loud in this voice. Found inside the figurine. It tells of On Guard's horrible misdeeds.
Rubble, 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 rubble?
Probably gonna end up in the news all over the place at this point.
That woman killed herself.
And this time, he even went so far to kill someone to stop him revealing that.
How terrible! What a selfish person!
I guess there are slime bowl lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too.
There is no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel's already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry! The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? I don't think the figurine is going to help because we've kind of already established that she went in there to look for it and couldn't find it. But someone received it. So we're just going to get rebuffed and told, yeah, it was Matt. It was clearly Matt. The suicide note is the only new thing we have.
Whew. I'm just like, both of these are bad. Both of these are awful, man.
We're taking our 10-minute recess, please.
You know what? Since you spoke up on it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna YOLO it and let's go.
Please wait, Your Honor.
Rubble, 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 rubble?
Wow, this guy really is trying to defend
Oh
that.
man, look at that lawyer.
He's still going at it.
So
It's like he doesn't
care if
care that he's trying to
the
get a killer off the hook.
Oh,
Hey, Samesies!
So, yeah, you owe me a soda.
I think Your Honor believes that man on guard killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that is correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that man on guard could not have known what was written on this note.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
I guess that makes some kind of sense.
Order, order, order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently.
I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh? We're doing curtain call now?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself.
This baby can hold so much despair, Edgeworth, you don't even know.
I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, Phoenix, you did it. You succeeded in prolonging the trial. You're just going to have to
Do it
go
again.
so deep into the mud that you're never going to get out.
What the? I thought the spy camera was in my possession.
Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Kurita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
you don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Oh,
Well, that just
God.
puts even sort of as an unacceptable answer, Mr. Wright. Like, think about that. That makes you extremely suspicious.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this.
Gumshoe's bug sweeper.
I'm trying to imagine Edgeworth using the bug sweeper. The homemade bug sweeper, might I ask? By the
Hey,
way,
man, it works.
it sure does, Detective. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
But Elliot's fingerprints were on there.
Well, Phoenix. Looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence?
I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ungod learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along.
You got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that.
Also, these two dudes are like in their early
Hey,
20s.
hey.
What the hell?
Now, what's that lawyer thinking?
Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy?
Shush, stop. Don't look at him. We don't look at lawyers here.
The way he's sweating is so
Wait.
nasty.
We don't look at lawyers here. What are you doing in the courtroom?
I know, right? Why are you
We're
in the
looking
court?
We're looking at prosecutors, not lawyers.
They're still lawyers in a sense.
Look at that cravat. He's so stylish. Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet?
No!
I'm gonna cry. Does that count? No? What I'm gonna do next? Does running away like a frightened child work?
No, Mr. Wright, that only works for me. It hasn't worked for me sometimes as well.
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case. But, in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. What is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get schooled. For not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
So you can figure it out. Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
I
keep
have
asking
so
you for
many
those.
objections. This baby can fit so many objections.
I'm quite aware of that. I can hold this many gavels.
One?
I was gonna say one?
No, 2. And if I'm feeling lucky, 4.
I would love to see that. Okay. What is this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Court record.
I mean, if we say no objections, I think it's game over anyway, so I think we have to present something. I'm assuming we want to present the suicide note because we just got it. And this is the first time Edgeworth has seen this note. I don't think he's actually looked at the note.
Yeah.
That's all I'm assuming. Like, the last evidence we just picked up because we just got it now.
I have an objection, Your Honor.
Tisk tisk. Huh. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
That better? Is that better? You like that, Edgeworth? Your Honor! The defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You're beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor.
No, he's quite desperate, Your Honor.
That's just your imagination, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all.
Hmm?
In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
He's just miming Mia. I love it.
Hey. Isn't that what I just said? Hey, Phoenix, hey.
So
Hey, what the hell, man?
So, you're telling me that I forgot something?
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence.
My bad. I wanted to present the bad for a minute.
This impacts his suicide note, right?
Who knows?
I literally just read it.
I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means... the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Oh, I guess that is a fair point.
So... as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not... that is yet to be even remotely confirmed.
Rubble, 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 rubble?
Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake?
I'm saying we don't know! Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. On Guard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear?
How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. Aren't they friends? Or, well, not...
But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it.
What?
Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt On Guard.
I did no such thing. Right. If you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory.
Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented the scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution.
Oh! Got him!
Girls, you're both very pretty. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note?
It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
That's impossible!
Well, that's what I just said.
This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate.
Handwriting announced my butt! That's just a lawyer trying to buy time!
Guy's guilty. Look, how you can tell you that?
I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty! Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty!
Gear.
All right, I'm
Guilty! Guilty!
I'm tired of yelling guilty.
Guilty!
What is that sound?
What is that sound indeed? We're gonna have to figure that out in this video. I mean, we all know what it is, but we're gonna have to leave the person on hold. Till then. See y'all then.
Mr. Wright, that's so nice of you to use that as your ringtone.
I like it. It's nice.